Hello Libra, this is your tarot reading for mid-October. This is your Mystic Witch tarot, and we're gonna see what is coming up for you. Call my angels, call my guide for the clearest message for Libra. Mid-October, Libra. I'm gonna do a 6-card pull. Libra, mid-October. We're gonna see what it's gonna talk about. General or love, we'll see. Didn't turn around, so I'm not gonna pick it. Libra. October, mid-October, from now till the end of October. The outcome, 3 cards. Okay, there they are. Okay, this is the underlying energy. For the base cards, I don't read reversals. I'm going to read reversals with the specifiers. Okay. The underlying energy. There's a feeling of being stuck, not knowing where to go, and being defensive about it. Like you've been attacked and you don't know where to go, and karma wants to balance things out for you. You're a lot in your head and a lot on your defensive. Like you've been through hell, you're prepared to fight, but what's your next step? What are you gonna do? That brings communication and also a movement towards calmer waters. Like you're gonna take a decision based on communication, and that is gonna open up all the doors for you. That's gonna open up new opportunities because of those communication you're gonna receive in the now. Because the energy in the past was a stuck energy. The outcome, it's kind of gonna bring faith back to you. But you're gonna need to see things in another perspective and really value your deep emotions. You're probably dealing with another Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and it's all about what truly makes you happy. What would truly bring your fulfillment, your total fulfillment. And you need to embody that knowledge of your deeper emotions so that you can see clearly and have a different perspective of what is really on the path for you, for your fulfillment, so that you can gain your faith again and your wishes. I'm going to clarify the underlying energy. Although I really see you being stuck and on the defensive about it. Like, it's like if you're being blocked everywhere you want to go, and it's trying to find a solution, but the right solution. Sorry for that. Big truck just passed by. Because the major arcanas you have here is Justice, the Star, and the Hangman. So sometimes when we just read the major arcanas, it would go like, unless you're in court with somebody or whatever, but I think in this case it's more like karmic justice, balancing your life. So the energy, that push from the universe to balance out your life, your karma, is asking you to look at things differently so that you can realign with your stars. Because you were kind of in the mush there, where you didn't know where to go. How can I actually go and be happy in this life? But it's all gonna come with a communication, things happening that's gonna make you make that move and open up situations for you. Let's see what that communication is about. Oh, about the end of a cycle, the world. It could be communication from far away also, but it's like if you're gonna hear something that's gonna really make you be able to close up a chapter in your life and be able to let go. Because in order to move on, you have to be able to let go of the past. The Six of Swords includes that. You can move on in your mind, but you have to move on in every part of yourself also. So you're going to hear a communication that's really going to close up that journey, that cycle in your life. That's the world. The world that is done. That is going to be balanced. And you're going to be able to move on. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. What are these new options coming up to you? That can also be that kind of daydream that once we're free again and moving on into this new, because that would be the Fool right after this new part of our lives. Like, okay, what am I going to do now? What is in front of me? And we have our imagination going wild a bit. Control about that. So, Seven of Cups. Clarify the Seven of Cups for me. Yeah. See, moving on again, but on the emotional level. You did invest a lot of energy and emotions in whatever was before. And you know you have to go get that one cup to get the emotional fulfillment of Nine of Cups, but that 2 cup to get the 10 of Cups. Maybe you were in a relationship that now you're divorcing because of justice. And you get the verdict that makes you close up that chapter in your life. And you're really moving on. But you really need to reassess who you are, what really makes you happy, so that the moves that you make to create your new life are based on that. What really triggers your emotions? You need to see life and things differently with the Hangman. You might have a little period where nothing is happening and you're kind of... Me personally, I'm always edgy when I get the Hangman because I'm Gemini and I like to move. But it's an essential. It's an essential step. And right beside the Ten of Cups, that tells me it's really on that you have to look. Maybe daydream a bit, you know? Daydream, would I be happy in that type of life, or doing that, or with that type of person? Would that bring me fulfillment? Know yourself deeply, so that you can really realign with your stars. And once you realign with your stars, that's when the universe can bring you what really belongs to you, and what's really for your own good and your own path, why you came here. Let's clarify the Hangman. Even though with the Ten of Cups, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. But anyway, we'll do it. For Libra. That's the Libras mid-October. Oh, okay. You have to look at that. The Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords. What you have to look at is everything that you take on your shoulders that maybe even don't even belong to you. You take a lot of responsibility. You take a lot of charges and projects, sometimes for other people or for the welfare of other people. And that is very heavy on your shoulders. And maybe you have to look at that differently. Maybe let go of some of these things, because that brings you a lot of anxiety. A lot of anxiety. And you're a swords anyway. And you're a swords in the way that you're air. And so thinking a lot is not an obstacle for you. But and this is the end. So you're gonna do that. So what you really have to look at in your life is those things that you put on your shoulders and your demons, and make you worry about the outcomes, worry about what other people think, or you know. And that's a bit there, that what put you in that situation where you didn't know where to move. What's gonna happen with me? What's the solution? What's in front of me? And what they're asking you is to actually look at what would fulfill you instead of all of those obstacles that are in front of you. Let them go. Look at them differently, as not like a definitive outcome, but something that you have gathered and an energy that you can actually get out of. Let's look at the Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups there for Libras mid-October? Libras mid-October. Ten of Cups. That is the outcome. What universe wants you to do. What would be the best for you. So, Ten of Cups, how do they get there? Once they relieved and released all those wands and got out of that anxiety about all those responsibilities. Ten of Cups. You have something to tell me about the Ten of Cups. All right. That's going to bring on a transformation. That's going to bring out a transformation in you. And the thing is, maybe you're going to freak out a bit, because maybe not everybody around you is going to be happy with that decision you're taking about, you know, moving on to something else. And that's going to have a bit of naysayers there. But there's a transformation that's going to bring a transformation. Death, you don't joke around with that. That part of your life is going to die, so that you can find your passion, your spark. It can be a new project that comes in, but it can also just finding that fire in you. And finding that fire in you is going to be the road to that 10 of Cups, to that emotional fulfillment, like going for it. This is like, let's go for it. Maybe you had a dream. Maybe you had a dream with the star. Maybe there was something you really wanted to do and try and you never really went for it because you were stuck there. But I think it's mostly finding your passion. The aces are really that spark, that what makes you you, what makes your flame go up. That is your road to the 10 of Cups. But you're going to transform. Even if there's a lot of people maybe that are going to say, what the heck are you doing, Libra? But you have no choice. Because you can't go on a lot like that, worrying at night and carrying all those swords. You have no choice but to transform and see things differently. And we cannot be afraid of death. When you look at that card closely, I don't know if you can see it. You have like the Pope that's in front. Even if you pray, that won't change. If the change has to come, death is going to pass over you anyway. It's going to transform you. With that white flower, that means it's a purifying process. The king is on the floor. Even if you're rich or whatever, makes no difference. The only one that looks at death with no fear is the child. And why is the child looking at death with no fear? It's because children have no problem changing. They're changing all the time. They're letting go of their old skins all the time and transforming into new and new, and that's how you see them grow and becoming the person they'll settle in. So you have to find that part of you and let yourself transform to get that spark again, that spark of life that's going to bring you that 10 of Cups. And with the King of Cups there, unless, it's a water sign that brings you that spark. It's mostly because the King of Cups, he knows his deepest emotions. He went to the bottom of his unconscious emotions. He knows how he feels. He knows who he is. He's mastered them. He's not letting them come up and then change his way of thinking or acting. He's mastered them. I think that's a goal for you. It's to get that into that energy. And let's look at the star. Whoops. Oh, that's a bit... I wasn't ready. Okay, let's look at the star. The star for Libra mid-October. The star for Libra mid-October. Well, there they are. Oh, there you go. See? Crossroads towards your path. That's a decision. And that's a new beginning, but a strong beginning. Strong in the fact that it's an earth, it's a coin, it's a pentacle. Maybe you're going to get news about a new project, and it's going to make you take this decision towards your path, this inner decision, because he has one wand tied to the wall, and the other one is holding with the globe in his hand. So it's that part of decision of, do I root myself here or do I go on to the world? So that's why it's really a decision of two different paths. So I think that's pretty good for you, Libra, for mid-October. You're going to close up a chapter of your life, get communication that's going to help you close up that chapter. It's going to open up new possibilities for you, where you're really going to move on. Emotionally also, not just mentally. That's why I'm happy to see those two, mentally and emotionally move on. And that's going to push you into looking at things differently so you can transform, let go of your baggage, of your mental torture. Find that spark and that path through your true self and happiness. Make that decision. Take that new step. So that's your mid-October reading for Libra, and I hope to see you next month. Thank you.